In a recent video called Layers, Layouts and Presentation, I demonstrated what I think is the easiest way to lay out multiple images to a page, either for audio-visual or print purposes. We're starting off here with a simple layout created in exactly the same way as I described in that previous video. Now here I've got just two shapes rather than the four we did before, but this may work a little bit better with an oval. So to place an oval we need a new blank layer. We create that down at the bottom right of the layers window on the right hand side. There's the blank layer appearing right at the top of the stack. The next tool I want is in the toolbox. I need to select the elliptical marquee tool. And on that new blank layer, I'm going to click and drag to make a very basic oval. As you can see, I've not been troubled too much by the size and the final shape just yet. If you look over to the left hand side, you can see the foreground colour in the colour picker is grey. That's good. I want any colour other than black so it stands out. Alt backspace will flood that oval shape with that grey colour. Control D will remove that selection. Now we need our free transform tool, either from the edit menu or Control T. Now once I've got that created, I can click inside the bounding box and centralise the shape. I can drag a corner toggle to make the oval slightly larger. I can hold the Shift key if I want to make it slimmer or wider. So we've got some choices to make. But what I also want to do, I want to leave a little bit of a space at the top and the bottom so that I can create a gap from the edge of this oval as it cuts into these black shapes, similar to what we can see here and here. What I'd like to do next is to move my cursor over the oval layer on the right hand side, hold the Control key and click, and it'll be selected. But what I'd like to do now is to move this selection outwards to create that gap we're looking for, to mirror the gap at the top, bottom and in this bit in the center. To do that, I'm going to go to Select, Modify, Expand. I'm going to guess here 50 or 60 pixels. I'm going to go for, let's go in the middle, 55 pixels. Click OK. Doesn't matter if you get this wrong because all you need to do is to go back and adjust it. But now you can see the size of the shape I need to cut out. But I need to cut that out from the other two layers. So what I'm going to do here is to turn off this layer, select our left oblong here, but just before I use that selection, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save the selection because we need it for both layers. To do that, we go to the Select menu, choose Save Selection. I'll call this one Oval and hit the Enter key. And then with this layer selected, Control X will cut out the shape on the left hand side. If I select the right hand shape and go back to the Select menu, I can retrieve that with Load Selection. I've got two ovals here. I hope I picked up the right one, and that one isn't the right one, so let me go back to Select, Load Selection, Oval, OK. I was playing around a little bit earlier on and I left the previous save there, but that's the one that I require, so Control X will do exactly the same. Now once we turn that grey oval shape on, there's our finished artwork, and we've got a nice gap around the outer edge which matches the rest of the image. Now I've opened up a couple of images. Let's go for a quick recap with the process from here. I'm going to put this image in the right hand section. So I'm going to click, drag and drop onto there, and I can now shut this down because I don't need it. Drag that down so it sits just above the right oblong, holding the Alt key, click on the link between the two layers and it'll be clipped to the shape. Control T will bring up the free transform. Control 0 will fit the image on screen and allow me to very quickly resize the image and even position it nicely. Hit the Enter key, and there's the first part of my artwork with an image within the shape. So the techniques were identical to the image on the right, and of course the effects around the edge, the drop shadow and the line, exactly the same as the previous video. Now this technique is very versatile. All we need is to apply some creativity. I'll see you next time.